What if finding fulfillment wasn't just a step in your manifestation process, but actually the key to amazing mental health? I want to dive deep into this today, how we practice it on a moment by moment basis to create the life of our dreams here and now, because it is here and now, whether you believe it or not. Welcome, fellow Voyagers. Jess here with Odyssey Human, here to help you hack through the jungles of consciousness so you can discover the hidden treasures inside of you. My friends, it's all there, ready and waiting to be activated by you, through you, and for you. If that sounds good, please subscribe. Would love to have you join us on the channel. Who am I? I'm Jess. I'm a manifestation coach and a neurolinguistic programming master practitioner. It's a fancy way for saying I'm a personal trainer for your mind. I want to make this very practical and applicable for you. So that's what we do on this channel. If you want to work with me, I am available for coaching. Check that out. Details in the description box below. Today, I want to talk about a concept I don't hear many other coaches talking about, and that is emotional starvation. Emotional starvation. This has been percolating in my mind for a few weeks, and I wanted to get it on camera today and really dive deep into what is emotional starvation. It's the lack we feel when we're trying to manifest something. We look at our manifestations as when they arrive, I will be happy, I will be fulfilled, I will feel safe, I will feel relieved. Whatever feeling or sensation that you're denying yourself until that thing or person or situation gets here, that's the starvation we feel. The sensation of emotional starvation, of the distance, of the separation, these are all synonyms for lack. That creates the obsessive chasing, the trying all the techniques, the excessive action, the obsessive thought of constantly thinking about this thing, this situation, this person, the money, whatever it is. It puts us in these kind of obsessive habits when we feel separate from it. We don't feel one with it. So today I really want to shift you right now. Your imagination is standing by to give you whatever experience you want on demand. On demand. And what happens is so many of us say, well, it's just my imagination. We write it off. We write this enormous power off. But really, we're all living in our head all the time. I've talked about the proportion of 10% of your lived experience is sensory and 90% is predictive. That is the science behind it. That's just how it is. So that 90% of predictive capacity that we're all living in is our imagination. We are living in imagination constantly. What we think we're being reasonable is actually us and our imagination, our predictions. Common sense and rational and reasonable and logical is actually just patterns of us being really good at predicting things. Oh, I knew that was going to go that way. Oh, this is common sense. What would probably happen? It's actually you being really good at predicting something and then living into that prediction, having it show up in your sensory reality. So being realistic is actually you being a really good manifester. You predicting how something is going to go, having it then play out, and then saying, see, I told you so, and reinforcing patterns of cognitive bias that just keep reinforcing where your attention is going, the story you're telling, the habits that come out, the patterns of action that come out, all of that being reinforced in such a strong way that we call it being rational, reasonable, realistic. That's really good manifesting. Somewhere along the way of this journey that we're all taking of learning how to manifest, learning how to create reality and control our predictions. That's what I talk about on this channel. I constantly refer to the triad: attention, story, habits. What are you doing with these three things? Because these are the elements of your predictive capacity. Where you put your attention, and then the story you tell that triangulates you somewhere in your mental landscape, because we all have a mental map. And then what habits, what version of you pops up and deals with the situation. We have different versions of ourselves that inhabit certain areas of our mental map. And the minute we triangulate ourselves somewhere in our mental map, that version of us comes out, employs a certain strategy, and tries to get what they want, tries to shift the situation or achieve a certain goal. That's all we are. We are cycles and loops of this exact predictive process. We're predicting. And somewhere along the line, it got labeled as delusion. When those of us who wanted more, we wanted more, we wanted something that was unseen, we wanted to tap into our imagination and create an unseen scenario or circumstance or relationship with a person, we are asked to be loyal to that instead of to what we see with our senses. We're asked to be loyal to that. We're asked to turn our attention to that, tell the story that we have it, and then allow the habits that naturally come up to exist in that state. And in that, we create beingness and fulfillment. When you step more into fulfillment than emotional starvation, you feel better. You just feel better when you go to the place in your imagination where this is already true. It is a place. And Neville Goddard, the granddaddy of manifesting, talks about sin in the Bible. You know, he kind of wove the Bible into it as sin as missing the mark. This is the important part, missing the mark. And then this quote of the truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. Inhabiting your truth, going to the place in your imagination where you have this thing, the place of fulfillment, that sets you free from the emotional starvation that you feel. Give yourself what you want. The minute you feel the wanting, remaining in that state, remaining in a state of separation, remaining in a state of, I don't believe it, I don't see it yet, it's not here. I've spent a long time in those states. I'm not condemning you. I'm just telling you they're uncomfortable. Those deserts of waiting, those deserts of starvation where you are literally, it feels to me, it felt like dying. I was dying for that thing, that obsessive, oh, I really need it, that desperate energy, that craving, the yearning. Let's be honest, it's uncomfortable. You don't have to do that. That doesn't have to be a natural part of your process any longer. And I want to argue today that it's actually really, in terms of mental health, and I'm not a clinician, I am a rogue, I'm a personal trainer for the mind. It's not a place you have to go anymore. You don't have to go to that place of longing anymore. You don't have to inhabit it while you're waiting for your thing to get here. I want to encourage you, step into fulfillment ASAP. Eliminate the emotional starvation. Give yourself what you want. Your imagination is standing by to provide the experience. All you have to do is turn your attention towards imagination, towards the experience of it being true. Tell the story, align your thoughts with it is true, and stay there. That's all you got to do. That is all you have to do. And that instant feeling of fulfillment, when you do it well, you will feel a sense of fulfillment, if not for anything else than turning your attention away from what you think is actually happening in real 3D reality. We put all these labels on it that puts it on this pedestal above imagination. We can drop all that. We can drop all of that comparative, like 3D is more real than imagination. The seed of everything that exists in your life comes from imagination. That's where it begins. It is cause. Imagination is cause. 3D is effect. Imagination is cause. 3D is effect. So anytime you feel the distance, the separation, the not havingness, I don't believe it, it's not here yet, you're denying the truth. And that creates an emotional starvation where you become more and more obsessive and desperate for the thing. And you lean more into techniques. You keep like chasing it with the techniques and trying to get it. Fulfillment is available now. The more you embody it, you just let it really sink in. Just really turn your full attention to it, that you have it. It is yours, because in imagination, it is yours. Imagination denies you nothing. It always provides. It will provide instantly the sensations you want to feel, the experience, the visuals, right? You have a whole set of senses, touch, taste, smell, hearing, in imagination. Use them fully. Neville talked about creating that realness, create a sense of realness. We are always doing this all the time. Again, we forget we're constantly simulating what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow isn't real, it's imaginal act. what happened years ago. Every time you conjure a memory, you're actually remembering differently. They've found that we don't ever remember anything exactly the same way because it's an imaginal act. So anything that you think about in the past or the future is an imaginal act. We do it very naturally. We just naturally simulate in our mind the things that are going to happen, how they're going to go, conversations we're going to have. That's all imagination. We're doing it all the time, constantly. It's just, why is it that it feels so fake when we're trying to get to our goal? It's not delusional. It's how we live. We all live in our predictive processes, in our imagination constantly. And some things we give more realness to than others. If you haven't seen my granting realness video that went viral, check that one out now. It's a really good one. It was really sweet and tender and based on a children's book that I love. But let any negative emotion be the cue. Think of imagination as your buddy, your first aid buddy, who is standing right there being like, okay, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. You feeling lack? You feeling unloved? You feeling rejected? Let me give you that. Let me give you acceptance. Let me give you love. I'm standing right here. I'm right here. I got your back. But so many of us we wallow in these negative states. We stay there. We think that's the truth. We let 3D reality, or our interpretation of 3D reality, that's actually what it is, determine our state. We let it determine our state. We're like, oh, yeah, the job rejected me, or that person rejected me. And then we stay there. We take that as truth when imagination's right behind us, like, hey, I'll give you love. I'll give you this. Like, come into me, come into me, come into me. Don't ever forget that, because on a moment by moment basis, when you just stay in awareness of like, imagination's right here, he's got my back, she's got my back, it's got my back, whatever personification you want to make of it, it is right there ready to catch you the minute you feel that negative emotion. That's the cue to turn to it instead, to turn to it and say, all right, I want to feel really loved right now. This person out here isn't loving me the way that I want. I want to feel really loved. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. What are you denying yourself right now? What sensations are you denying yourself right now? So many of us spend years in emotional starvation. No more. Ends today. It ends today. Imagination's got your back. It's right there ready to catch you. It's right there ready to create. Learn to turn to it. And what happens is you become less and less dependent on your interpretations of the 3D. And especially when they are negative interpretations. And you're just like, that's interesting. I'm going to go within and give myself what I need right now. I'm going to let my imagination embrace me, hug me, tell me I'm amazing, tell me I'm beautiful, tell me I'm successful, tell me I'm abundant, show it to me, inhabit it, and that is real for me. That's fulfillment. Fulfill it for yourself right now. And the more and more you do this, the less dependent you get on the 3D giving it to you. You get more and more independent. You and imagination become an incredible team, and then your manifesting abilities go through the roof. You're the leader. What you and imagination are doing set the tone to actually change your brain. You're rewiring your brain, and then you will start to interpret 3D reality differently. You will start to see it as not a threat. You will start to see it as working with you. You will start to see it as, well, if that didn't turn out, something else is. You start to become more optimistic and more expansive in your interpretations of it, and less defined by your first knee-jerk interpretation, because that's what we're all doing. Oh, it's done, it's over, it's ruined, it's whatever knee-jerk kind of gross interpretation we give it. When we don't practice this, that's what we do when we don't practice teaming up with imagination. We tend to be very fatalistic with our interpretations of oh, it's done, it's over. Team up with imagination, become less dependent on 3D, become more expansive in your interpretation of how it is going and whether or not it means you're going to get the thing you want. And you'll find that that's good mental health. You'll find you're going to feel better on a daily basis. You're self-rescuing, and you're going to get out of those states of waiting and into your dream life. This is really how it works, guys. So if you have any questions, drop a comment below. I am happy to connect with you. If you need a tool to help you start doing this more consistently, grab my free tool below. It's available in every video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.